Welcome back to Lubelska Dolina for episode 49 in the adventures of Feldynn. Good evening everyone. It is just at the end of day 2 mid-autumn, and as you can see we are just looking through the Clara cam here. She is running down to the BGA with half a truck, well, 9,000 litres of potatoes that we had left over from our field, and it helps if she's on the right tool so she can unload. Yeah, we got just over 9,000 litres of potatoes on top of an entire 70,000 litre silo full of them. So she's down here with those, loading them into the biogas plant, as well as a trailer full of manure. You can see just at the back there. And I am back up at the farm, just doing some paperwork while she's doing this, because if we have a quick look through you can kind of just about see her in there. But yes, that's the manure going in now as well. So yes, we got some contracts finished last time. We did those 3 sowing contracts, so we're going to cash those in now. And there's a few odds and ends, some fertilising ones come up that we may pick up later on. We'll see what's going in the morning. But yeah, so oh, lovely, that is all in. We got those 3 contracts going. So that'll be a little bit more digestate for us. And if we have a quick look at the signpost board thing over here. Oh wow, we've got almost 100,000 litres of digestate. That is perfect. And I would assume that's all processed. Yeah, that's not going up anymore. So we've got 90,000 in there. And according to the main sheet, we have in total 276,000. So that means we've got 176,000 litres in the other biogas plant, which we will obviously use for spreading on fields and such, which is where probably what we are going to do somewhat of tomorrow. Now, I may be having a bit of a day off. We'll see how things go in the morning, but yeah, essentially what we are going to do is see if we can't set the family off doing some jobs and getting some things done, and I may hang out. I think the kids are coming back at some point soon too, so maybe I'll hang out and wait for them, and let the family go off and do some things in the morning, because we've got fields that need to be planted, and some cover crop that needs to be sown. So obviously we're not sure exactly what we are going to do next year. Or, no, I mean, we're sure what we're going to do next year, but we can't actually do it until next year. That's the thing. Like, we're going to put corn down in the field by the BGA, and probably grass in the big one. We might just do both as corn even. Get a massive corn silage going on down there. Corn harvest, but we'll have to get see what's going in the morning and figure it all out then. So for now, yeah, once Clara gets back, well, don't have to wait for Clara to get back, but yeah, I'm going to head off and have a bit of a kip, and we'll pick things up again in the morning, see what we get from the biogas plant, and all that fun stuff. Well, good morning again, everyone. So yeah, as you saw there, the money went up, and it's gone down a little bit. And right now, Alexander is off to the store. He is going to pick up a new plough that we've purchased. We decided to pick up an RYC1. It's a 6-metre plough that runs at 12 miles an hour. It looks quite tasty there. And the idea is, oh, we need to shut the back window on this thing too, if I can remember how. Oh, that's that. and that's the roof shut as well. Lovely. Let's just pull this around here, get it lined up. Yes, we decided to get this because with the upgrades to the tractor now, we should be able to pull this, and we have quite a lot of sort of large-scale ploughing to do. Now, I'm hoping we don't need an actual weight on this thing, because it's quite the beefy tractor now. But if Alexander decides we need a weight, then we have one at the farm, or you can always come and pick up another one. But what he's going to do is... Crikey, that's quite wide, that, isn't it? Yeah. So, yeah, what he's planning on doing is hitting the bus shelter. Because we don't like that bus shelter. It's been there for ages and we've not seen a single bus come, so we're just going to hit it with a plough. No, can't do. Yeah, we're going to have to be very careful with this thing. But yes, no, what we're going to do is we're going to send Alexander over here to the cornfield that we did just the other day, which is, I believe, up here. Yes, here it is. So Alexander is going to go ahead and plough this. Now, once he's ploughed this, we are going to reseed it with what's that stuff called? I'm trying to think of what it's called now. Probably barley, and we may need to put a front weight on this because it's kind of catching the ground a bit. Let's see. Yeah, we're not creating a new field, so hopefully this tractor has the power to do it. There is a small engine upgrade we could do if we needed to. So we shall see if we need to do that or not. But this should take it. Well, it does seem to be riding quite low there, so I am wondering. In the ground, and we'll see how this goes up the hill. But yeah, so basically we've got how many fields do we have to plough? We've got this one that needs ploughing. We've got the potato field that needs ploughing. Well, that's a fairly small one. So we could potentially use the subsoiler that we had on the smaller subsoiler plough thing that we have. That could work. Yeah, this is struggling a little bit on this hill. We might take this over and get the chip tuning option plugged onto it and see how it does. But yes, so what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh yeah, so we've got this field to plough, we've got our potato field to plough, and we've also got the cornfield down on the bottom end by the what's it called, the biogas plant. We've got that to plough as well. And having spoken with the family last night, what we are going to do is actually purchase the other half of that field that's down there as well. It was, I want to say field 120, 121, something along those lines. Yeah, I think we may see about sticking a front weight on this as well. We'll get this field done though, or Alexander will get this field done, and then come back and just pick up the weight and possibly an engine upgrade as well, just to give it a bit more poke going over the hills, because this should run at 12 miles an hour. It's just struggling a little bit on these crests. And it could be it's digging a bit low into the ground perhaps as well. There is always that. But yeah, so we've got quite a lot of ploughing to get on with today. Or at least, I keep saying we. I'm actually not doing anything particular today at the moment. Just having a bit of a break, letting the family get on with some things, see how they do. So yeah, we'll leave Alexander here doing this, and see if let's see. We'll see if one of the other two wants to get on with something else, maybe could always start seeding on this one. Like I say, we're going to put, I think, wheat back in this. So once this one's finished, one of them could come over, probably with the class, and get that sorted. Get some wheat on the go in here, because I think this is the last day we have in the season for wheat. So we shall see about that. So yeah, we'll leave Alexander here doing this, and we'll come back in a little bit once one of the other family members is doing something else, I fancy. Hello again, everyone. Now, where are we standing? Alexander is up here. He's still in the RajotGPLAY. Now, we had a bit of a problem with the RYC1. Unfortunately, it was sitting a little bit low in the on the 3-point link, and it was really dragging the tractor down for some reason. Not quite sure why. Alexander tried it on the Lizard K5 that we've got down there. The what's the name? It's not a Rostral Mash. It's the Kirovets. Yes, the K5, and it didn't want to work on that either. So he went back down to the shop and had a chat with the folks down there, and they suggested that we get this new Valentini Ripper, which is a subsoiler. It's only 4.5 meters, so it's a bit of a downgrade lengthwise, but it is working perfectly for him, as you can see there. That is doing quite well indeed. So yeah, it was a small size decrease, unfortunately, but we're not too worried. It's still bigger than the 3 meter one that we've already got, so that'll help a little bit on the bigger fields. And it does only have a 90 horsepower requirement, so we could probably use that on some other tractors as well. Now over here, I'm just going to run across the wheat field. We've got Yannick driving the new class tractor that we acquired. In fact, we are going to have to give them a payment in the not too distant future, and he is busy seeding wheat in the field that Alexander had previously ploughed. So that is looking good too. Now obviously we're putting a cereal crop on the top of a another cereal crop, so it's not going to be the best yield in the world, but we'll take what we can get. It's not going to be terrible, so that will be okay. Now this one, it looks like we are going to definitely have to get some what's that stuff, digestate sprayed onto, and I think in the small field we are just going to be putting what's that stuff now, the old oilseed radish. So that's not too bad, because that's going to be a root crop field next year. Now this, if I can find my tools, why do I not have any tools? I should have a an implement about now. That's odd. Okay. I was going to check and see how much silage we had left in, or digestate we had left in the bag, but apparently I've left my tool and my scanner tool somewhere, so I'll have to go and find that. But did I leave it in this tractor? I wonder. No, it doesn't seem to be in there. I didn't sell it, did I? That would be really awkward if I did. And we should have a chainsaw as well. See if it's down the end here. Oh, there's the chainsaw, so we've still got that. I'd imagine the I can't even remember what. Oh, there it is. The MT9. Yeah, I wonder why that's not showing up now. Curious. But not a problem. I think we'll probably need to get another tanker of digestate up here anyway. So I may actually go off and do that in a little bit. But we will check on the classifieds quick, just in case. Because you never know if something good might come up. There's a massive John Deere header that we don't need. And a manure spreader, which, again, useful but not necessary. because we are taking that to the biogas plant. And of course there's a plough for sale. that figures, doesn't it? A U087 lizard plough for £3,000. That's almost tempting. Okay, nothing else there. I mean, there's a cultivator there, but we are good for cultivators and tractors. We've got a massive New Holland, a lorry. Massey Ferguson. I don't think we want to pay the import duty on one of them, but nothing else. Nothing else there we need. So what's next? We got. Yeah, I tell you what. I'm going to go grab the lorry and pick up some. What's that stuff called? There we go. Leave that there. Digestate. That's the word. I can't seem to think of what the words are at the moment. Yeah, so we'll grab the tanker from around here and see about getting a nice tank load of digestate, and anything that we don't or can't offload into this, then what we shall do is take it down and refill it and actually sell it at the slurry yard that we paid for previously, because the income's not going to be a bad thing. And speaking of which, we are going to pay off the rest of the loan today as well. Sort of jackknife that a little bit there. So yes, I'm going to head down to the biogas plant, grab some digestate, and see you all back here in a little bit, and we get some more stuff going on. And with any luck, the lads there will be finished fairly quickly, so that will be a good thing. So yeah, we'll see you all back here at the farm in a little bit. Right, we are just coming back up to the farm now with 41,000 litres of digestate. And while we were down filling up with that, just sitting in the yard there, we saw Alexander go whizzing by. He is down at field 120 now, giving that a bit of a what's it. And there we go, let's overload this. And as you can see, we can't actually see because he's at the other end of the field. Yannick, oh there he goes off in the distance there. He is zooming around doing the last couple of headland pieces, and then he'll be done on that field. So he is going to move over to, let's see, field, is this one still got something in it? Yes, it's growing, okay. Yeah, he's going to head over and put some cover crop in field 14 over there, because we will be making that into a root crop storage next year. So, okay, well we've put 40,000 litres in this. I still can't find my multi-tool, which is mildly annoying, but there you go. So, yeah, we got that. Actually, I wonder if I can turn it on in here and see. Show object info, there we go. Is that going to work? No, not going to do it for this either. Horribly annoying. Oh well. Not to worry. So yeah, I guess I'll head back down and grab us another load of that, just to be sure, because we want to make sure that we've got enough digestate up here. And we're also potentially thinking of getting a different digestate tank, depending on like we're just keeping our eyes out on the market. There's Valzelli brand that is a little bit bigger than the one we've got, but rather than just jumping out and buying a new one, if we see something around that size pop up for sale, we may grab it and then send that smaller one down to the what's it area, the BGA area, so it can do the smaller fields down there. So that's a possibility too. So yeah, I shall grab another tank load of digestate and see you back up at the farm again shortly. And here's we are with the second load, just coming back in. And let's see how much of this we can drop off. Now, Yannick is doing the small fit. Oh, okay. So that must be full. Well, in that case, we'll leave this up here for now. Just pull off into the side there, and maybe we'll grab a tractor and start doing some digestate spreading. I know we were kind of going to have a day off today. Well, no, I tell you, you know what? We are going to have the day off. We helped out a little bit with the digestate running, so that's fine. But we really should let the family take over for a bit. But one thing we will do, Clara's over there at the house, while let's see, Alexander is down by the biogas plant doing those fields. Oh, there's Yannick there. We're just going to pop in here and have a chat with the bank, if I can get in. Yeah, we just see Yannick going there through the window. Good stuff. Okay, so let us go to the bank. That's not where the bank is. First off, the first thing we are going to do is pay off the rest of the loan. Fantastic. They are now debt-free. But that work here isn't quite done yet. They may be debt-free, but we've still got a few loose ends to tie up and things to sort out before we can call it good. And one of those things Alexander had asked about is this field down here, where he's ploughing out field 120. What we are going to do is purchase field 119. That is 65 grand. It's a expected potential yield that is quite good indeed. So that's a good thing. And what we are going to do with this is, let's see, we shall purchase it for one thing, and we'll have to send probably the class down with the sensor on it, and I'm wondering if we are, because we're going to put corn in 2 of these, definitely. So what we may do is send Yannick down with the seeder and the class sensor, so he can scan that field. And if we look at the, not that button, this button, if we look at the crop calendar, obviously we can't do corn until next year, so we could always throw a bit of cover crop in there just to give it a little bit of something in the ground, just to sort of get some nutrients back in for when we do the corn. And in fact, we may have to. I know we're still good on the pH for this, so that's fine. But yeah, so let us let's jump into the Alexander cam and see how he's getting on down there. Okay, here we are looking through the drone he's got out there. It looks like this field is very nicely ploughed out now. Obviously, this being corn before, it definitely helps to have that done. Now, I'm not sure what was in this field up here, so we may not actually need to plough it or subsoil it at this point. So we'll have to find out. But I did remember we have this field just to the left here, which we had. What was it? When we purchased it, it had lucerne in it, so we will need to plough that out as well. But I think we can get away with just cultivating that one. And it looks like Yannick is finished, and there's Alexander coming to the end of his job, his little GPS thing as well. Splendid. So we shall get them sorted out with their next jobs, and see you back in a moment. Here we are riding along with Alexander. He is heading on back down to the biogas plant fields. and you can see there Yannick is following him in the class. Basically what they are going to be doing now, the Lucerne field we can just cultivate in, so Alexander is going to do that while Yannick is scanning and planting cover crop in field 119, which is purchased. Now that one is actually fallow and cultivated at the moment, so everything's looking good there. Yep, Alexander is still with us. Oh, sorry, Yannick is still with Alexander. Yes, let's see through the old special glasses that they have. The what is it? Camera glasses. Yeah, good stuff. But yeah, things seem to be going quite well today. There's a lot of work to do, obviously. It turns out the bunker silo is actually ready and fully fermented. So the one down here at the BGA, that is. So we could even get that in the thing, the old what do you call it? Digester machine thing, BGA. Get that working and get started there. But yeah, we're going to let Yannick and Alexander get themselves set up here now, and we'll come back in a minute once some things are all going. Okay, we are back riding with Alexander again. As you can see there, just behind us, Yannick is carrying on with the seeding and what do you call it, scanning of that field there, and hopefully once we are done with this, or well, hopefully we'll be done with this by the time he's done with that, or at least not too long after, so he can, I say us, obviously I mean Alexander, because I am still back at the farm, just having a nice rest for the day, letting the family get on with things. But yeah, so yeah, hopefully Alexander will get finished with this around about the same time that Yannick gets finished with that, so Yannick can take over here and basically do the same thing. I think we'll just put this in as corn as well next year, so run a cover crop now. That way we can just send them down here with a load of seed and just get everything planted in corn, and then have a massive silage harvest next time. So that will be a good plan, I think. Yes, very good indeed. So yeah, we shall leave the boys to it now, and maybe come back when someone else is doing something. Who knows? Maybe Clara will start doing some digestate spreading, perhaps, since we bought all that stuff up for them. So we shall see. Right, we are back here up at the farm. Alexander was just back. He's finished the cultivating or ploughing that he was doing, and he got the tractor reconfigured for Clara to use as the digestate spreader. But something came up at the shop, so while they're having a bit of a break and a chat about things, I'm going to take the tractor and head down to the shop to pick up a new purchase. Now, as you can see, our money has gone down to, or their money has gone down to 238,000. Now, that's not as bad as it sounds, but what we've done, since we are doing a lot of cover crop this season now, we've purchased a new cultivator set. And it's from a French manufacturer. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's called Sopima. But basically what they have is a sort of a mulching cultivating setup that is specifically designed for this sort of cover crop mulching into the ground. And the back portion of it, as you can see here, there's a two-piece set, and it's got a 10-metre working width, which is absolutely fantastic. The rear butterfly section is 10 metres wide once it's unfolded, and the front section is 3 metres wide and bridges the gap between the two. So let me get back in, lift that up, all good there, and then we will just reverse back around and pick up the front piece. So yeah, this is an interesting purchase for us, because it should mean with all this cover crop we'll be able to turn it over and get it put in quite well. Okay, raise that up, and if we have a look here, you can see basically they are big sort of rotary, almost like the old-fashioned lawnmower blades on the old push-along lawnmowers, and basically what that does is it chops up all the cover crop and sort of mulches it down into the ground and prepares it for sowing. So that is going to be really, really handy. So we're going to run these back up to the farm quick. Now, they are quite tall, so I'm not exactly sure where we are going to put them at the moment. But we do need the dual wheels on with this setup, because it does get a bit wobbly if we don't. So we do need to be careful of that. But where can we plonk these? We may have to leave them outside somewhere, possibly. Not entirely sure. Oh, if we didn't have the thing there, we could have popped them there. Let's see, I mean, maybe we could pull the Unitrack out and stash it in this big one, perhaps. Will they fit through that barn door? We can lower them to drive in. Oops, that's the front one. So yeah, they may well fit in there. If they don't, then we're a bit stuck. Well, I'll find a place for these quick, and then obviously I'm supposed to be having a day off really, but because sort of everyone's doing stuff, I figured I would just help out a little bit with a couple of minor things. Have to get all these tractors moved out of the way. Just leave that running for a second. What we'll probably do is pop it all back in once it's been once everything's set up in there. We'll just pop everything back in. Reverse it up a little bit. Avoid that little water tank. Okay, we should be fine there. Lovely. Okay. So yeah, I'll get this stuff all stashed away and put back, and then Clara will take over and start plonking down that lovely digestate that we got. So I shall see you all in a little bit. Okay, we are back now, and as you can see in the distance there, Clara is driving around, spraying the old nitrogen on the field. Bit of digestate. Now she's doing a manual application rate, so it doesn't overdo it, because we will hit this with a roller afterwards just to make sure it's all worked into the soil good. So as you can see here, we're at 40 kilograms per hectare, which is very bad, and over on this portion we are up to 60 kilograms per hectare. That's funny, I thought she was doing a bit more than that, but we'll see when she comes back around. But yeah, we'll she'll be rolling that again in a little bit. And we also had word that Yannick is on his way back from doing the thing, the sewing work down by the BGA. So let's cut over to his camera and see what's going on with him. Ah yes, here we go. You see Yannick driving back now to town, or back through town to the farm, and he got the all the fields sowed with oilseed radish. So they are ready and prepared. So next year, early on, they'll be able to do plant some corn. Use those fancy new sort of roller mulcher cultivator things, and get that cover crop worked in, and then sow some corn with the old planter there. get that done and then have a massive silage harvest. So, from what I understand, once Yannick is back, he is going to start mowing, possibly with Alexander's help. They are going to team up and do that field, the small grass field we have. In fact, it's just coming up here on the right, I believe. If Yannick slows down enough, we'll be able to see it. Oh yeah, that you can see it on the left there now. The grass field. It's got a few weeds in it, but he said they are going to mow that. So let's cut back and have a look at Clara. See how she's doing. Ah, lovely. Looks like she's actually doing quite well here. She's about to get to the end of the line. So that is really, really good. Well, I don't know, there might be a little bit down here that needs working, but splendid. Good stuff. Right, well now she's going to head back and get on with the rolling, no doubt. And as it turns out, we've still got quite a bit left in the what's it called? This thing here, tanker. So I believe she's going to refill. Ah yes, and possibly even take this over to the grass field, or maybe just leave it here ready to take over to the grass field. Depends on how she's feeling there. Just going to get that one tanker backed up next to the other. There we go. Now it's filling. Okay, splendid. We'll leave her to get on with that, and probably see her come back in a little bit and grab the the roller and do that field. Hello again, everyone. We've got the drone out here now, as you can see, and there is Yannick, I think it is, zooming around in the. Let me go a bit lower. Going around there in the. What is that little tractor? The Zettel. Yes, he's using the Zettel. Very cool. Lovely little machine that. It goes very well with our mowing setup, which is nice. I think he may have forgotten to do one of the headlands, but we can fix that at the end. Yeah, so this is our little grass field getting mowed here, and yeah, that will be lovely. Yeah, he definitely missed a couple of the headlands there. Maybe started on the central portion first, perhaps. But since we're here, let's fly over with the drone back to the farm area where Clara is doing the thing with the roller. Yes, she is on field 10, I think it is. Watch out for the trees and the buildings. Let me go up a little bit. Ah, there she is. Yes, you can see her right there, just coming down the side. Smashing, that is looking really good. Yeah, she is zooming around, and I believe if we check out the drone has the field info thing on it, you can see there the nitrogen is perfect. Now it's reading slightly off over here because the closer we get to this edge, the less it shows good. But yep, nitrogen is perfect. pH is not so bad. Fantastic. So yeah, the family are getting on quite well with these tasks now. It's very impressive. Very glad that they are doing those. And yeah, so what else is left for the day? I think, oh, missed a spot there. Or maybe that's already fertilised, because it does do that sometimes. Well, it could be the hill, but not to worry. So yeah, things are looking pretty good here on the farm now. We've got barley or canola growing in here, and wheat growing in here, and an assortment of things done with the cover crop. You can see there's one doing here, so that's pretty awesome. This one's been sowed with the cover crop, and that will start sprouting soon, hopefully. The pigs, I think the pigs probably need to be fed at some point too, before the end of the day, but that is not a problem. So yeah, here we are. This is how we are going to leave it today, I think. Yeah, let's just sit over here, looking down on the farm. You can see, well, you can vaguely see Clara in the distance there. But yeah, so if you've enjoyed whatever this was, please give us a like and hit the old subscribe button too if you haven't already. And comments are always welcomed, and if you'd like to share this video, that would be greatly appreciated. And so from here, yeah, the boys are going to get that field all baled up properly. Clara will finish over there, and we'll hunker down for the winter, as that is fast approaching. And just take care of the animals, and who knows, we might be selling some crop off, or some stuff in the not too distant future. So yeah, I hope everyone's enjoyed this, and hope to see you all the next time on the Adventures of Feldcorp. Cheerio, everyone.